It's such a special day for us because it's a symbol of all of our students being inclusive and giving them that ownership within our school. And I think it's so important for our Native students to feel that. And we really always work so hard to include all of our students, and we're going to do that in multiple ways because we have more than American and Native students, but this is such a step in that inclusive environment that we're so striving for. When Quashnet School was built, this was all cement. We had one single pole for an American flag, and I met with Catherine Laurent, the director of DPW, and we talked about where the poles would go. And when we looked at the construction and we saw this semicircle on one side, we really thought it made sense to create that symmetry and to have that grass area on the other side. And it just has softened our entire school. It's more appealing, it makes sense. The flags will be lit, so they do not have to come down every night, which is going to be terrific. And it's just such a great statement coming in. I think the hardest piece was who was going to raise these flags, but we do have a new student council that was just elected. We have 26 graders who represent the student body, so they were selected to raise the American flag and the state flag, and our 6th grade Native American students were able to participate to raise the Wampanoag flag, which was really a special recognition for them as the leaders in our school. So it's nice to give those students that opportunity to really be those engaged citizens that we work so hard to prepare. I am so honored to be here today and so thrilled to have all of you here together for this historic day. So thank you, students, for your undivided attention. It is really quite a moment in our town history, our state history, our school history for sure. So thank you. And to lead us through today's ceremony, I'm going to introduce Superintendent DeBoer.
I don't want to disturb the microphone that is set up for these fabulous singers here. I want to welcome everyone to this really historical event. We often say it's great to be in Mashpee, and today is one of those perfect examples of why in this place and time it is such a special honor to be here today. A flag to me is sort of this nonverbal communication of honoring and acknowledging and respecting the people that the flag represents. And this school was built in 1978. I believe it opened in 1980. So we're talking about 41 years of really only having one flagpole with the United States flag, and the 2 additional flagpoles are long overdue, and it is such an honor to be here today and raise the Mashpee Wampanoag tribal flag for the first time ever at a school. We do have 2 other schools, and we will be raising the flag there as well very soon. And so it's my pleasure at this point in time, I believe, to introduce Sisters Kira and Emma Duval. They are going to sing the national anthem. And if you're sitting, could you please stand if you're sitting? Thank you.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Then the rockets' red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
there. Actually, the Massachusetts flag should be down a bit. We're not raising that just yet. Just so you know, too, these are very high-tech flagpoles, and all the mechanisms are inside. And so we were very careful today to make sure that everything was set up for our students. The group of students that just raised the American flag, the United States flag, are grade 6 members of the Student Council. And the Massachusetts flag, for the first time on this site, is now going to be raised by additional members of the 6th grade Student Council. Then we'll have you go. Go ahead. We're switching it to Smidge. Go ahead. No, not that one. The state one. There we go. And it's my pleasure to introduce our school committee chair, Mrs. Nicole Bartlett.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say what an honor and what a privilege it is to be standing here today in this community in Mashpee, in this very spot. I feel like every moment in my life has put me right here, and so I'm so grateful for that. I want to remind you students that, as Patty said, this flag is really a symbol. And I like to think of it when I'm walking around Mashpee, that the Mashpee Wampanoag people walked these lands for thousands of years, and they stewarded this land so that we could be here today. And so if you ever feel like you can't do anything, or if you feel like you need a little more strength in your step, I want you to root down on this land and remember that as you go through your days, because the Wampanoag people are still here, and that's what this flag is here to remind us. So thank you.
And we would like to invite up the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal Council Chair, Brian Whedon.
Before I get started, I'd like to call up all of our Wampanoag tribal students, any tribal members or tribal council members. You guys can all come stand behind me. Any tribal members, any kids out there, if you're wearing your regalia or not in regalia, you guys want to come stand up here. Tribal council members, tribal leaders, members. While we get situated here, we have the children from the Makayasak-Wikyu, which is the children's house, the Montessori language school, the tribe's reservation. The children are here with their teacher, Miss Tia Pocknick, give them a wave, and Mr. Philip Wynn, and Miss Autumn Jackson. And the children are going to sing a song for us to start. Got it? There you go. Thank you, Makayasak-Wikyu. The first song they sang was Kui Kwasin, which is a good morning song, and the second song they sang was Kua Monash, which is an I love you song. Kunipiamu, welcome everyone. Natasuis Mosquita, Nutomas Masipia, Kanatai Masipia. I said my name is Bear. I come from Mashpee and I live in Mashpee. I'm Brian Whedon. I'm the chairman of the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe. And on behalf of our tribal nation, we'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to recognize some of our dignitaries who are here today. We have Councilwoman Ivana Vant, one of our longest-serving councilwomen, been on there for over 30 years. Give them a wave. Councilman Domingo Texera is also with us. Vice Chairman Councilman Carlton Hendricks, Secretary Cassie Jackson, Councilman Nelson Andrews Jr., Councilman David Whedon. We also have our Education Director, Roxanne Mills Brown, Councilwoman Edwina Winnie Johnson Graham, and some of our staff from our Tribal Center. Today is an important day for us, and this all means unity. Unity is something that we try to live by in our community. The word unity is in community, and it's this community that we're thankful for. We're thankful for everyone that's been there, all of our ancestors who have paved the way for us all to be here. Our ancestors have always been hospitable. We've always been welcoming. That's why we welcomed the English over 400 years ago and taught them how to grow their food and sustain their lives here. We've also showed a lot of people how to fish from our bays and hunt and trap and go down the trails. And Mashpee's been here for a long time. Mashpee means Masipi, the place of the great waters. We have some of the greatest waters here on Cape Cod. And our waters aren't doing good right now, but I think that a lot of these things that we're doing now is going to right a lot of those wrongs. I think that the universe and the Creator and the ancestors are shining on us today. I'd like to thank the working groups and the school committee, all of our staff, the Superintendent, Patty DeBoer, and everyone who supported the tribe throughout these past couple of years. What we'd like to do now also is we're going to say a prayer in the Wampanoag language, a prayer for every time. If you know it, you can recite it. I'll call forward Maya Peters, our representative, and also Mashpee Wampanoag Youth Council chairperson. Maya, come on.
Mana ka wana nikona hachik katapatanamu wachi wami kiako sanish katapatanamu wachi kisa katapatanamu wachi anakosak katapatanamu wachi aki katapatanamu wachi sipua katapatanamu wachi katahanash katapatanamu wachi wami awa asak katapatanamu wachi wami natonkosak Ananama anian namanat wipi wanika. Ananama anian asina wipi sompa. Creator and ancestors, I thank you for all things. I thank you for the sky. I thank you for the stars. I thank you for the land. I thank you for the rivers. I thank you for the oceans. I thank you for all creatures. I thank you for all my relations. Help us to see only what is good. Help us to only do what is right.
Dr. Maya. It's off. It's okay. At this time, we're going to have Tootie also sing a song.
You hear me? The song we're going to sing is Serenity Song.
Hey ya,
Katabatash, Katabatanamu, that's how we say thank you in our language. So Katabatanamu, thank you all. Thank you all the students and everyone for joining us. You guys can go back and have a good day. Thank you.
All right, boys and girls, our native students, would you just reverse that sort of order and come back up near the flagpole to sort of help with the raising of the tribal flag? Thank you all for sharing in this very, very special day, historical day for Mashpee. From today, just go forth and make sure that we are working all together to make this the best community it can be for everyone. Thank you all for being here. Great job, students. Thank you.